Hey, what is up, everybody? Zero Fats here, aka Cam Jennings, coming at ya with a new training. This is Zero to Super Affiliate in 30 days. And you know what? That is a bold statement, but I believe that you can do it. I absolutely do. It took me a lot longer than 30 days to go from nobody knows who I am to being on the top 10 leaderboards for affiliate marketing. Okay, it took me a little longer than 30 days, but you know what? I had to figure everything out as I went. Okay, I had to figure everything out as I went, buying product after product after product, putting the little pieces together, um, and that's kind of how it went for me. But it doesn't really have to go like that for you because you picked this course up, and I'm going to cut right to the chase with you. Okay, and I'm going to lay out a plan for you to get you there in 30 days. Okay, and what am I trying to say when I say zero to super affiliate in 30 days? What I'm trying to say is I want to take you from nobody knows who you are, not making any money, to lots of people know who you are and making money. Okay, in 30 days, and that's what I'm talking about, and that's where we need to get you to. So a lot to cover in this one. So let's go ahead and get started now. Welcome to Zero to Super Affiliate in 30 days. Hi, my name is Cam, as I already told you. And I just want to tell you a tiny bit about me, okay? And I'm not going to get into it too much because a lot of you might not even know who I am, and you probably don't care. You picked this up because you wanted to learn something important and you wanted to get started fast, and I get that. And getting started fast doesn't include hearing a bunch of stuff about some dude who you don't even know. I get that too. Understand something. I make 5 figures a year doing internet marketing. All right. So I'm not rich. I'm a working mid-level internet marketer. And I'm going to teach you how to get there too. I don't have to work a normal job. This is what I do for my job. Okay. I make good money. Now, in order for you to get to where I'm at and beyond where I'm at, you're going to have to treat it all like a job, right? But I digress. Let me talk about myself just a tiny bit more. In 2010, I lost my job. Okay, I got really sick. I won't get into it too much, but I started getting really sick. Ended up losing my job. Um, in 2011, I went back to school for business, and in 2011, I started trying to make money online. And when I started trying to make money online with physical books. I started trying to sell books on Amazon, and I did pretty good. I made good money at that, you know. Then I wrote a book about selling books on Amazon. It was called Broke to Boss. The Lean Guide to Successful Online Book Selling. You can still get that. It's available over there on Amazon right now. Um, and that was pretty cool. I made a little bit of money off of that, but it wasn't like tons of money. I couldn't like buy a brand new car or anything. Um, and I decided, you know what? I think I'm gonna take this ebook and I'm gonna turn it into a website. And in each chapter of my book, I'll make a video about it. Um, so I did that. I took the book and I turned it into a website. Okay, and then also at the same time, I created a YouTube channel to talk about the same kinds of things that I was talking about in the ebook and on the website. And this was all like based on Amazon. But like, the thing about it, and that site, by the way, it's called adventuresontheriver.com. The thing about it is when you run a website and when you run a membership site like mine was, you kind of start learning about internet marketing a little bit. You start learning about how to pull in traffic to your website and how to do things like that, and how to generate revenue off of your website and all this and all that. Um, so I started learning about internet marketing, and I started learning about affiliate marketing and things like that, alternate ways to make money with my YouTube channel and with my website. So that was all pretty cool. And I just learned and I learned and I learned, and I failed and I succeeded and I failed and I succeeded, and I learned and I learned and I learned, and we come all the way up to now, right? Where I'm doing really good with affiliate marketing, and I'm doing really good with internet marketing, and I've had to learn a lot along the way. A lot about networking. because when I started, you guys, man, I was kind of an island, man. I just wanted to like do my own thing, have my own membership site, and have my own YouTube channel, and it was just all about me and what I was doing. I didn't really think a lot about the whole networking aspect of it, the whole thing where I want to try to get help from other internet marketers and get help from my peers and see what they could do for me. I didn't think about that aspect too much, but it was a critical aspect that kept me from growing for quite a while. Okay, so like I said, this is a 30-day plan, and I want to give you the opportunity that I didn't have. I had to piece things together bit by bit and kind of figure things out as I went. I want to cut through all that for you and just give you the straight to it, fastest way to get there, right? Because that's really what you're here for. You want to get there. You're tired of your job, or maybe you just got fired and you're desperate and you just want to get there as fast as possible, right? You want to get to where you're making money and you see your bank account filling up with dollars as fast as possible. And I get that, right? And I want to give you a method today that will get you there as fast as possible. All right. So cool. With that being said, that's enough about me for now. If you want to know more about me, man, check out my YouTube channel, Zero Fats Returns, over there on YouTube. Check out my blog, Life and Times of Zero Fats.adventuresontheriver.com. Check out my membership site, adventuresontheriver.com. Lots of information about me out there at this point in time. You can find information about me if you want. But I don't want to waste any more time talking about me because I know that's not why you're here. So let's get on with it. Okay, let's do a quick overview of this. Now you notice you see a launch button and it's red, okay? And it's there because to me it's significant that you actually take action on these steps and all these things I'm telling you to do. The fact is, you can learn all of these things in this nice, easy to consume video presentation that I'm giving you right now. And you know what? You'll feel like you're doing something as you're learning the stuff I'm telling you. But at the end of the day, you really haven't done anything. You haven't accomplished anything. Okay? You must engage. You must launch it, right? You must, to be cliche, take action, right? You have to do it. You just have to do it, right? So this training that you're taking right now, I mean, mark this occasion because this is the beginning, right? This is the beginning. But understand something. You must be moving forward to launch. That is your goal, launch. And that's not the end goal because the end goal is to put money in your bank account. But that's your first benchmark. Your first benchmark is to launch this sucker. Take this plan I'm giving you and put it in action, right? And that is launching, and that is your first benchmark on your journey, okay? But we're going to get the money, all right? So, quick overview. Like I said, be a pro. When you're going through this course and you're laying out your strategy, I want you to approach this like it's a job. Like when you get hired for a new job, when you get to work, you're in a certain frame of mind. You're there to work. You're there to get stuff done. You probably dressed a little nicer, or you're in your uniform or whatever you're wearing. You're there with a certain mindset, and your mindset is, I'm here to get paid, and I'm here to do a good job at work and get things done, right? And what are you doing when you're at work, man? You're trying to get things done. You might be moving towards a promotion. You might be moving toward impressing your bosses. You might just be moving towards just satisfying yourself by doing a great job, right? But that's kind of the mindset when we're at work, And that's kind of being a pro. When you're doing this stuff that I'm laying out for you, be a pro. Don't just, just because you're working for yourself, don't treat it like a hobby. Don't slack off and act like it doesn't matter. I really want you to attack it and take it seriously, okay? Because you're going to get out of this what you put into it. And that's just like anything else in life that I've found. I always get out of things what I end up putting into them in the end, okay? So on with the overview. Blog. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about setting up a blog. Okay, because that's gonna be a basis. That's gonna be a foundation for us. I'm gonna talk about setting up a YouTube channel, right? And if you're thinking right now, oh no, dude, I don't want to do YouTube. I don't want to be on camera. there's ways to do a YouTube channel without getting on camera, first of all, okay? But get over yourself, okay? I just told you I was going to take you from 0 to super affiliate in 30 days. That means potentially by the end of 30 to 60 days, you could be quitting your job and on your way to a new life. So any kind of limiting beliefs you have about YouTube, you need to squash them now and get over it, okay? That's just the way it is. So squash it, put on your big boy pants, and let's move on, okay? Facebook. We're going to talk about Facebook and how to utilize that platform, because YouTube and Facebook together are an absolute superhuman powerhouse, okay? We're going to talk about it, okay? Next, we're going to talk about lining up interviews. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're here right now and you want to go from 0 to super affiliate, that means you probably have no authority in this space, okay? This space you want to dive into, you probably have no authority in it. Nobody probably knows who you are. You're just getting started. And what that means is you're going to have to borrow some authority, right? And the quickest, best way to borrow authority and to borrow celebrity is by interviewing people who have authority and have celebrity, right? So we're going to talk about lining up interviews with impactful people in your space, okay? If that makes sense. We're going to talk about the interview process quickly, okay? How you're going to go about interviewing these people, right? This is like basic information, but we're going to talk about a few things, because everything we do in this 30-day plan is going to be done with a purpose, with strategy. I want you guys to get used to that, because if you want to make money online and you want to be successful, you need to strategize everything. You don't just do things randomly. You don't just sit at your computer and do things randomly, okay? You got to strategize everything you do. All right, and that's just the way it is, man. So get used to it, all right? Then we're going to talk about deployment of content, because when you do an interview, now you have content, okay? We're going to talk about how we deploy it, how we multiply it, and how we maximize it, right? We're going to maximize it for efficiency and to maximize your earnings, all right? And then we're going to talk about list, right? Because when you put that blog together, you're also going to be setting up an email. You're also going to be building an email list, right? And we're going to talk about how we engage that list to bring in more revenue, okay? Very, very cool. That's our overview. And with that being said, let's get on into 0 to super affiliate in 30 days. Okay, I want to give you quickly a bird's eye view of this model, okay? I want to give you a bird's eye view of it because it really helps to have a conceptual outline of a course. It helps you know what you're going to be getting into and what you have to look forward to, okay? And if you're wondering about this, I did create this. I created this little mind map using bubble.us. You can see the little logo right down here. It's free, okay? BUBBL.us, completely free. You can go there. You can make little mind maps like this. It's awesome. Okay, so you see in the big red up here, we're going to be doing interviews with influencers in the space, all right? Those interviews, we're going to put them on our blog, okay? On our blog, we're going to have an ethical bribe. This is something that we're going to give people for free that come to our blog. When traffic comes to our blog, we're going to offer them something for free, and we're going to collect an email address, right? Now that targeted email list that we're building, okay, as we do interviews and put them on our blog, we're going to let our targeted email list know about those interviews, and that's going to funnel them back to our blog for engagement on our blog, to comment on our blog. Okay, that's what that's going to do, and to ultimately make us money on our blog, right? Because this is our targeted email list, and these people we know already kind of have some familiarity with us, and there's a good chance they're going to be interested in what we have to say. They're going to be interested in what we have to sell. Okay, so targeted email list is going to re-engage our blog. Okay, at the same time, we're going to have a Facebook profile. We're going to have a YouTube channel. These interviews are going to go on this YouTube channel, and you might be thinking, Zerophats, what if it's a written interview? How does it go on the YouTube channel? We're going to talk about it. Okay, but understand there's something going to be put on this YouTube channel with every single interview you do. Okay, something's going to be put on Facebook with every single interview you do. You're going to have a blog Facebook group. You're going to have a Facebook page for your blog. You're going to be enrolled in 5 Facebook groups, big Facebook groups, at least 1,000 members that are in your space. If you're in the IM space, the internet marketing space, you're going to be a member of at least 5 groups, 5 big groups. We'll call them giant groups in the internet marketing space, right? And a part of your interviews, in some way, shape, or form, part of this content is going to end up in here, in here, and here, and here, and it's all going to funnel back to here, and it's all going to make you money, and that's just the way it is. Now you might be thinking, oh, Zero Fats, I can't, post, links and stuff in all these people's Facebook groups. It's like spamming. We're not going to spam, dude. We're not going to be posting links in other people's Facebook groups. We're not going to be spamming. What we're going to be doing is building massive authority in these Facebook groups. We're going to be funneling people back to our profiles, okay, and back to our blogs. And that's the way we do it. So this is the bird's eye view of this model. It's a good model. It's an awesome model. Don't doubt it. It's a model designed for one thing, to boost you up extremely quickly in a space and make you money very fast. And that's what it's designed to do. So let's move on. That's a bird's eye view of this model. Okay. Step 1, set up a simple blog. Why? Why do we need a blog? I don't have money for a blog. I got to get hosting. I got to do all this stuff I don't know how to do. Listen, man, get over it. Okay? Get over it. Stop walking around acting like you don't have to spend money to start a business. All right? We're going to set up a simple blog, and I'll tell you why. Because if you want to be an affiliate marketer, it's very, very good to have a website. All right? And that's just the way it is. You can't really do amazing, awesome affiliate marketing, at least not this kind that I'm talking about, without having some kind of website, some kind of central focus for your efforts. All right? So we need a website. It's going to cost you a little bit of money for hosting, and it's going to cost you a little bit of money to register a domain name. But don't sit here and spend like 8 weeks trying to figure out what a name is for your blog. That's nonsense. The name should be something that has to do with your niche. Let's just use internet marketing, because that's probably what most of you guys are in. You're in the IM space. Maybe some of you aren't, but if your blog's about internet marketing, if it's about list building, then give it a name like that. And we know we're going to be putting a lot of interviews on this blog, so you might think about putting interview in there too, something related to talking with other people or interviewing. So like internetmarketinginterviews.com or whatever, something that's really generic. You might want to try something a little harder than that. You might want to try with a good name. Lead with a good name. It's always helpful. But don't spend like years and years on trying to find a blog name, okay? It's dumb. It's dumb. It's a lot more important to get started and just get the thing up there and get it going. You want to install WordPress on there, okay? You want to install a simple WordPress on your blog, because WordPress is easy, man, and it's already kind of optimized for SEO and everything. And Google likes WordPress, so just use a WordPress, and just get it up there, get a blog up there. This blog is going to be a base of operation, all right? And what I mean by a base of operation is every piece of content that you create, right? Everything that you do, its home is going to be on your blog, right? Now we might deploy it in other places like YouTube or Facebook. We might deploy it in other places, but the content in its whole form is going to sit on your blog, right? And most things are going to funnel back to this blog. And also the affiliate links in your content are going to be right there on the blog. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so that's why a blog. You can brand a blog, right? You need some branding on this blog. Go over to Fiverr and pay to have a simple logo done for your blog. Once you got a name together and you registered the domain name. I can't talk all of a sudden. Go over to Fiverr and have someone do a logo for you. It's $5. Give me a break. You can do it yourself if you don't have any money, but you got money. If you got money to set up a blog, then you got money to pay someone $5 to do a logo for you. I say again, stop acting like you don't need to spend any money or you don't want to spend any money to start a business. I'm teaching you how to start a business here, and I'm teaching you how to make money in 30 days. Okay? It's like you might need to spend a little bit of money, and that's just the way it is. So don't worry about it. Accept it. Move on. It's a tax-deductible expense for your business. Okay, so you want to brand the blog, right? Brand that thing, right? Because when people go to your blog, you want them knowing about the name of the blog. You want them knowing about you. You want it all very congruent with you and the name of your blog and the name of your company, okay? It all needs to be very, very congruent so they remember about it and they come back, right? The branding is important. And I'm not going to spend an hour talking to you guys about branding. You understand the concepts of branding. Make it happen, brand that thing, okay? Email collection, okay? On your blog, you're going to be building an email list, all right? And you're going to do this with an ethical bribe, right? You're going to offer people who come to your blog something for free, right? When they get there and they're looking around through interviews that you've posted up there, they're going to find an opt-in form. It might be a pop-up, okay? A pop-up comes up, hey, you can get this, this, and this for free. Enter your email here and I'll give it to you. Boom, 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 right? And they do, they enter their email, they get the free thing that you're offering them. That's the ethical bribe, and it's going to be great because you're going to build an email list like that, okay? And what I want to say about this really quick is some of you guys might be going through this training and you might be thinking, I don't know anything about anything. I'm brand new. How am I supposed to create this ethical bribe? I don't know what to write about. And to that, I want to say you can use a method that I created a while back. It's called the 10x5 method of product creation. And I'll put a link below this training to that for you. But the 10x5 method of product creation basically says, you open up a Word document, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to have a nice little intro, hey, blah, 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 you intro, talk about what you're getting ready to talk about. And then, you give them links to like 5 blog articles, right, that are really great about this topic that you want to talk about, Let's say our blog is about, internet marketing, or let's say that's a little broad, maybe it's about list building, but maybe it's about internet marketing. But let's say we want our ethical bribe to be about the subject of list building. Okay, so maybe we'll find 5 articles about list building, right? And we'll put links to that, right? And we got this Word document open. We'll put links to these 5 articles about list building, right? And then what we'll do is we'll put links to 5 YouTube videos that we found very, very awesome and inspiring about list building. And then what we'll do is we'll go and we'll find 5 podcasts, 5 audios about list building that were very inspiring, influential to us, and we'll put links to that in there, and so on and so forth, right? And in doing this, we'll put together this kind of list of resources that is really cool and valuable, and it's going to teach people a lot, okay? And then this list of resources, we have it in a Word document right now, and we'll save it as a PDF. It'll be a PDF file. Okay. So that PDF will be like the simple ebook that we're going to give people when they come to our blog, right? Now, as you do this for a little while, you might think about putting a new ethical bribe in place of that, something better as you get more experienced. Or you might think about just leaving that in place as it is and adding another ethical bribe to it. So now you have 2 things that are collecting emails. Pretty cool. But for now, let's just get the thing up, okay? Let's get the thing up so that you can collect emails, all right? Because that's really important. The email list is going to be like the core of your audience. It's going to be the core of your customer base. It's going to be core of your audience, all right? So you want to get that email collection started up, all right? So what do we have now? We have a blog set up. We have some kind of mechanism set up to where we can collect emails. I recommend MailChimp. If you don't want to spend money every month, MailChimp's free and you can use it. Okay, it's free. Now, I personally, if you want to know what I use Aweber. But you know what? I make money off my email list. I pay $30 a month for Aweber because of how many emails I've collected. And it costs me money every month, but I make money every month on it. When I wasn't making money on an email list, I was using MailChimp. I used MailChimp. You can get that over at MailChimp.com. And I was learning how to do email marketing with MailChimp. I was trying to learn how to talk to my list, learned what they were interested in, figuring out what things I could say to them that would get them to click through onto my stuff and actually buy things, right? So MailChimp's great if you don't want to invest a ton of money. and you want to learn email marketing first, right? So MailChimp's pretty cool. You can use MailChimp if you want. Um, Theme. I don't want you to get hung up on a theme. Find a theme and roll with it. Find a theme and roll with it. Something that looks cool to you. Okay, don't like get hung up on a theme. It's a lot like the name of your site. It's you can always change the theme later if you need to. I mean, pick something that you like and roll with it. So that's our first step. Set up the simple blog. Okay, and get it ready to go. All right, so this blog is going to be like our base of operation. It's going to be our castle, right? This is our country right here. This blog, and this is where our best stuff sits, right? Our best content sits right on this blog, right? And it does a couple of things for us. It brands us. It helps us build authority. Helps us build a little bit of celebrity. Just having it by its very nature, just having a blog, kind of builds a little bit of authority for you. But understand something. Even though this is your castle, and this is building these things for you, understand something. No one cares about your castle. No one cares about your blog. All right. You're gonna have to make them care about you long before they ever show up on your blog. All right. Let me say that again. You're gonna have to make people care about you and what you're doing long before they ever show up on your blog. All right. So understand, when you set this up, you still got work to do. All right. But we're going to set it up, and then let's move on to the next step. Okay. Step 2, we're going to set up a YouTube channel. All right. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, I don't want to do YouTube. And I said this earlier, but you're just going to have to get over that. Okay. There's ways to do YouTube without doing video, without doing putting your face on camera if you want. Now look, this is beyond the scope of this training for me to get into the YouTube thing really in depth. Okay, I have other training about YouTube. Okay, and I'll put links to that underneath this training right here in case you're interested in that. If you want to know about YouTube a little bit more and how to build a YouTube site that can help you, I will put links to that training below this, okay? But understand, you need to set up a YouTube channel, okay? So get over the not wanting to do video thing. Get over it. You need it, all right? We're going to take you from 0 to super affiliate in 30 days. You're going to need a YouTube channel, all right? This is building authority. Understand something, man. People go to YouTube for 3 things. They go there to watch, they go there to learn, and they go there to be entertained, all right? It's different than why they go to Facebook. It's different than why they go to some of these other places. YouTube is different, okay? They go there to watch, they go there to learn, and they go there to be entertained. And what that means is, if you start publishing on YouTube, you automatically start to become somewhat of an authority, okay? You automatically start to become somewhat of an authority, and you also automatically start to become somewhat of a celebrity, whether you see it or not, okay? So just keep that in mind. Because we as humans are kind of conditioned. We're conditioned over the years, and we grew up watching television. And what do we think about the people we watch on television? They're actors, they're actresses. We generally see them as kind of famous. We generally see them as kind of successful. We generally see them as people who actually have money, and that's just how we kind of see them. We see them as kind of cool, right? Because they don't have to work in factories. They get to be actors and actresses. So we kind of see them as cool. Now I want you to know, when you publish YouTube videos, some of that kind of rubs off on you, and subconsciously people kind of start to see you the same way. Okay, on a subconscious level, you get a little bit of that. So YouTube is a very quick way to build authority and celebrity. All right, so that's what is up with YouTube. And like I said, I'll put more in-depth training on YouTube below this video if you're interested in that. YouTube, it's going to maximize your content, because if you do an interview with somebody, whether it's a video interview, whether it was a written interview, whether it was a audio interview, we're going to put it up on YouTube, okay? Now, if we got a video interview, that's easy, right? We got the video, and we're going to put it on our blog, but we're also going to put it up on YouTube, right? Pretty cool. Now, what if it's a written interview? If it's a written interview, what you want to do is you want to do a takeaway video from the interview. Okay, I got a written interview that I did with such and such, and it was a great interview. And I just want to kind of do a quick video talking about my takeaways from the interview. First of all, such and such says blah 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 blah, and when he was talking about that, man, I just thought it was awesome, and that really led me to believe blah 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 blah. You give takeaways. Now listen, when you do this takeaway video, what you want to do is, at the very beginning of the video, you want to talk about the interview being on the blog. Hey, listen, man, I just did an interview with Joe Blog, and he's like an expert on this, and this, and it was a really great interview. And if you want to catch that interview, it's in written form. It's right over there on my blog at blah 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 blah. And I just want to take a minute and talk about some of my takeaways of the interview, right? And you can do this, right? And it's great. And what that YouTube video is going to do is going to pique curiosity, and it's going to funnel people back to your blog to check out the interview. And in the interview, we're going to talk about that in a little bit about the interview, but in the interview, you're going to have all your, affiliate links and stuff like that. But this takeaway video is great, and in the takeaway video, you can also mention the product that, such and such is going to be selling. You can mention the product that he's got for sale. And so, like, in this takeaway video, you can have a link back to your blog for the interview, okay? And then you can also have another link that goes to his product, right? So you're maximizing this video by putting these two links in there. Pretty cool, all right? So the videos that you put on YouTube, they're going to create a secondary revenue stream because you're going to be making money off of affiliate marketing, but you're also going to be making another smaller amount of money just off of Google AdSense because of your YouTube ad revenue, right? So it's going to create a secondary income stream for you. That's pretty cool. Okay, every interview that you do will have a video counterpart, right? Whether it's a video interview or not, like I said already, you're going to have a video counterpart to every single one of these interviews. Okay, if you do an audio interview, what do? Okay, you find a picture of the person you just interviewed. If you don't have a picture of them, you take the logo from their website or whatever, and you create you make a picture, right? And you're going to have a picture of you on one side and a picture of them on the other side, and then you're going to have the audio playing over top of it. You're going to turn that into a video, right? If you want to know what video editing software I use something called Movavi. Movavi Video Editor. It's MOVAVI .com. Movavi. Movavi Video Editor. This is a $40 program. It's very cheap. It's very cheap. But it does the job. It does everything I need it to do. I don't need a really expensive video editing software. I use Movavi, and it's a simple tool. It works really good for me. Okay, you got to do what you think is best. All right. So what I'm saying is, every interview you do will have a video counterpart. Okay, every single one, whether it's an audio, whether it's a written, or if it's an actual video. Cool. Videos will lead to blog, and also, like I said, they're also going to have an affiliate promo link, right? So the video is going to link to your blog. It's also going to link to the actual product that you're promoting. You want to mention this in the video, right? Hey, this person's got this for sale. Let's check it out. Boom, right? Always pitch. There should always be a pitch in your video, right? Cool. All right, let's move on. So we're going to get the YouTube set up. Step 3, set up Facebook. All right. Now, as much as YouTube does a great job at building authority and building celebrity, Facebook amplifies it, because now Facebook is all about interaction, and Facebook's all about networking, right? And Facebook's all about building a presence in the space, right? And this is pretty awesome. So we're going to build some presence using Facebook. You want a Facebook profile? You want a Facebook page for your blog, right? It's going to funnel traffic to your blog. You want to join at least 5 groups. Now look, don't go joining 100 groups, okay? You don't need that many. You need 5 groups with at least 1,000 members in each group, okay? Groups in your niche or niche, depending on where you live. Okay, so after you join these 5 Facebook groups, what you're going to do is you're going to spend 5 minutes a day in each of these groups. Okay? In each of these 5 groups, you're going to spend just 5 minutes a day. Okay? That's a total of 25 minutes you're going to dedicate to Facebook and the whole Facebook thing. That's not a lot of time. Okay? You remember the beginning of this training when I said I want you to be a pro. Be a pro with this. Take it seriously. Be a professional. Now, professionals dedicate time, they commit, and they dedicate money sometimes. It just depends on what is required. But they are pros for a reason. They dedicate everything. All right. So what I'm asking you for is 5 minutes a day for each of these groups. What you're going to be doing in those 5 minutes? Easy. You're going to be looking at what other people have written. You're going to be responding. I want you to find 2 or 3, 4, things that people have written and just kind of comment on them. Make a comment on something if you find it interesting or you think it's cool. And then the next thing you should do is I would friend request those people who you're interacting with in a positive way. Okay. You find something interesting in that group, like it. If you think something's cool that someone posted, like it and leave a comment. Okay. Like it and leave a comment. Okay. Another thing you could use spending those 5 minutes a day is asking a question, right? Asking a question, or maybe even sharing something of value that maybe you learned. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, now listen, like the ins and outs of Facebook, right? And learning how to really do this well, right, on Facebook. I want you to know I did a training on this. Some of you here might have already bought it. You might have bought it already, and you've bought this as a supplemental. But it's called Group Giants, right? And it's all about Facebook groups and how to use them to build yourself up and to sell your stuff. Okay. Now, Group Giants is a great course. I'll put a link to it below this video in case you don't already own it. And in that course, we go into a lot more detail about how you set up your Facebook to where you can really maximize Facebook. Okay, but for this training, let's leave it at join 5 groups, spend 5 minutes a day in each group. You want to basically interact with the people in those groups. Okay, give each one 5 minutes a day. Friend request people you interact with. You're trying to build a network of people that give a crap about what you have to say. Okay. You're trying to build a network of people that give a crap about what you have to say. So make sure you're friend requesting people who you have positive interaction with in Facebook groups. Okay, pretty cool. Now the other thing you're going to do is you're going to set up a Facebook group for your blog. Okay, you're going to set up a Facebook group for your blog. That's your group. All right, and yeah, it's easy to set these up. Like I said, in Group Giants, we go into detail about how to do this and what you need to do. But just keep in mind, for this training, you want a Facebook group, and you want it to be for your blog. So like for your banner, I would put something related to your blog, like your logo. Keep it all congruent. Facebook group's really cool, and it's going to be like a place that you can kind of funnel people who are your friends who are interested in what you do. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. So anyways, let's move on. That's Facebook. Okay. Next step, we're going to line them up. Okay. Step 4 is line them up. We're going to line up the interviews. Okay. You're going to target people who are moving for interviews. All right. And when I say moving, what I mean is people who are getting ready to launch products. They're getting ready to release products, or people in your space that are extremely active on their blogs, and stuff like that. Now, if you're using someone who's extremely active on a blog, that's great. Keep in mind, don't target somebody who doesn't have a product that you can affiliate with. Okay, that's not going to help you on the money front. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's going to help you as far as like building authority and building celebrity. And also it's going to help you as far as building networking, but it's not going to help you on the money front. And if we're trying to make money in 30 days, it's important that you're targeting people that you actually stand to benefit from as well. Okay, so you really want to kind of try to target in this first 30 days, people who are getting ready to launch products, okay? People who are getting ready to launch products, or people who have something to affiliate with, okay? That's who you want to target. Because when you take the time to do an interview with them, or send them questions and have them do a written interview, and you put that on your site, you got to understand something. You're promoting them, okay? That's good for them, all right? So it's important that you get something out of it as well, okay? Especially when you're first getting started here and you don't have, you're not making any money off of it. You want to do things that, actually will you put money in your bank account, right? So, and this is strategy I'm talking about, you can, there's a lot of influential people in your space, but they're not all getting ready to launch products, and they're not all, having things that you can affiliate with, right? You want to target specific people who are launching products or who have products that you can affiliate with, okay? Now, when they do an interview with you, that's going to be promotion for them, okay? So it's important that, it's also serving you as well. Okay, so anyways, where can you find these people? You can find them on Warrior Plus, you can find them on Warrior Plus. Warrior Plus has got an awesome calendar where you can see who's getting ready to launch products, and on what days they're launching products. JVZoo's got a similar system set up. Muncheye is a great place to find people who are launching products, and you can use good old-fashioned Facebook groups. There's also Facebook groups dedicated to, you know, a lot of IM space, especially, but and other niches as well. People who are getting ready to launch products, JV launch groups and all kinds of groups in Facebook where you can find people who are getting ready to launch products. These people are generally looking for affiliates to promote for them. They're generally looking for people to help them promote. Okay. So how far in advance do you want to look? Start a month out. Start a month out if you can. If you can, start a month out before you even see a launch. So, anyways, like I said, you can use active blogs or websites in your space with something to affiliate with. Okay, as long as they have something to affiliate with, that's important, especially at first. Once you get established, and maybe you don't need something to affiliate with all the time, but I think it's a good idea to make it a rule to always see the connection to money there. You have to eat, you have to survive. If you're not making money, you're going back to work. That's all there is to it. So, money always has to be a goal. Whatever anybody says, money always has to be an end goal. If you can't make money, then you can't continue to do what you want to do. So, anyways, keep it in mind. Video, audio. Okay, the video, audio, written interviews, they're all viable options. You can use any one of these for the interviews. It's whatever the person's comfortable with, okay? Whatever form they're comfortable with. Line it up, man. Line it up. Work around them. People who are getting ready to launch products are busy, man. They're busy. But understand something. If I'm getting ready to launch a product and someone contacts me and wants to interview me, do you think I'm going to do it? Oh, yeah, dude. If I got time, I would definitely do it. Because, see, when I'm getting ready to launch a product, I'm in promotion mode, too. Anything that will help me with my launch, I'm all about. Anything that will help me with my launch, I am all about it. Okay? So an interview is definitely something I'm interested in. And that's why you need to be targeting people who are getting ready to launch products. Okay? So, and that's also true for people with active blogs. People who have blogs, they're trying to pull traffic into the blogs. If you do an interview with them and you use it as a way to also help them promote their blog, they're also going to be interested in your interviews as well. Okay, so when it comes to people in interviews, offer them video, audio, or written. Now personally, I favor video. I can take video and pull the audio from it. Then I can have the audio transcribed, and I'm good to go. But take what you can get. If it's a written interview, then take it. I mean, honestly, you can use the written interview also. It's great SEO on your blog. Okay, that's great for search engines to have a written interview on your blog. And we already talked about, doing a takeaway video. Okay, if it's a written interview, and you send them questions and they respond back written, Then obviously, you do the takeaway video and you put that on your YouTube channel, pushing people at your blog so they can read the interview. Okay? Pretty cool, right? So video, audio, or written, all viable options. Get the interview. That's the point. Get the interview however they're comfortable doing it. Whether it's a Skype call, whether it's a Google Hangout, whether it's a written interview, whether it's an audio interview over the phone. I've done all those things before. All of them. You can do all of them too. It's not a big deal. All right? Get the interview. This content is so valuable. All right? And I'll tell you why. You have no authority in your space. You have no presence in your space. Nobody knows who you are. These interviews are going to correct that. Okay? These interviews are going to build you up in a space. They're going to build authority for you. They're going to build celebrity for you. And they're going to make you money. All right? So the interviews are super important. Line them up. Okay? Now this is production we're talking about here. Okay? So when I say line them up, I mean build it up. You have an interview bank. You know what I'm saying? Line as many up as you can and knock them out, man. Knock them out. Okay? We're going to talk in a minute about how many you're going to release, how often you release them. But for now, understand, you're lining these interviews up, man, and you're knocking them out. You can't have too many good interviews, all right? You can't have too many good interviews, all right? So line them up. Step 4 is line them up. Start getting these interviews lined up with people who are getting ready to release products, man. Okay? Step 5, okay? The interview itself, all right? Now look, man, I've done this several ways, man. I've went a little crazy on questions. And it's went a little short for me on questions, depending on how my interviewee answers the questions, okay? But generally, my general rule of thumb is about 10 questions. I do about 10 questions, and one of those questions is the mandatory, man, for those out there who don't know you, could you tell everybody who you are, what you do, and basically how they can find more information out about you? That gives them a chance to really, talk about themselves, talk about their website, talk about these things. And it's kind of an open-ended question, right? And open-ended questions are great, man. They're just great because that'll give your interviewee space and allow him to really, really talk about things and provide value for the people listening to the interview. My sweet spot for interviews is about 30 minutes, man. If I can do a 30-minute interview with someone, man, it's a sweet spot, and people seem to really enjoy it. If it gets longer than that, then I notice people tend to drop off. People don't watch it as long. Okay, I have a pretty cool YouTube channel, and I notice my average view time is about 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So consider that's about how long people like to watch a video on YouTube. So, I mean, take it how you want to take it. But generally 30 minutes is more than enough for an interview. Okay, so if you can give good value in 30 minutes, and if you consider the fact that you're actually using the interview to help promote this person's product, and also you're using it as a way to get people to click on your affiliate link and buy the product, then you don't want to tell about everything in the interview. The interview tells them some things, and it really kind of like gets people to know that product creator. Right? It gives people a chance to get to know them. It builds your authority, and it really just adds a lot of credibility to everything, right? But it doesn't need to answer all the questions in the interview, right? What's the point of buying the product if everything's been answered in the interview? Honestly, it's not. So anyways, it doesn't need to answer everything. It doesn't need to be 100 minutes long. A 30-minute interview is great, man. It's just great. So about 10 questions is what I shoot for now. So leave some space. Like I said, leave some space in your questions. Give the guy you're talking to a chance to tell his story. Talk about something that happened to him. Doing interviews are funny, man, because it's not like having a conversation. When you do an interview, you ask a question, and then it's important to just sit back and shut up and let them talk. Sit back, shut up, and let him talk. The first interview I ever did was with a really cool dude. He's a millionaire guy. His name's Skip McGrath, and he's sold over $1 million in product on eBay and Amazon. He's a book author. He's published books. I mean, real life books, not just like Amazon Kindle books, but like real life book publishing company books. Really cool dude. It was a phone interview, and he I every time he said something, I was like, oh, okay, right, yeah, okay, I gotcha. And I kept on doing that, man. And it was like, when I listened, and I thought I was just, being normal. I thought I was being normal. We were having a conversational tone interview, I thought, until I listened back to the interview. And then I was like, wow, I'm stepping all over that dude. I'm stepping all over him trying to tell me something. And it's like, ask the question and then like just kind of like get out of the way, right? And let them talk. And that's something you just learn from doing it. It's not necessarily a conversation. It's an interview, so it's a little bit different. You got to find your own balance with like being natural and also just getting out of the way and letting them talk. So there's a balance to it. And look, it's going to take a little practice. But you know what? There's only one way to get that practice: jump in the pool and start swimming. So that's it with that. Now look, for this business model I'm talking to you about, you need a template with these questions. A simple template that you can use for all the people you're going to interview, right? A template that works for everyone. You might make a couple of adjustments here or there, for that individual person, but you got a nice basic skeleton of a template that you can use for everybody, right? And it's going to provide great value. And if you think about the idea of an interview, a lot of times you're asking very similar questions anyway. So the what's going to make it different and new is the way they answer those questions. Okay, so just keep it in mind. A template is going to be very helpful for you, so you don't have to come up with new questions all the time, and you're going to be able to bust a lot of interviews out. Right? It's really cool. So that's step 5. Let's move on to step 6. Step 6 is multiplying content. Okay. Now, like with your interviews, you're going to multiply every interview. And what I mean by that is if they give you a written interview, okay, you're going to do a takeaway video, right, for that written interview. You're also going to take that written interview and you're going to turn it into a slides, right? Slides, like slides for the interview, right? You're going to turn it into slides. Pretty cool. And you could even do like a video of the slides and make it like a slideshow presentation of the interview and what happened and your takeaways and stuff like that. But do the slides. Turn the written interview into slides so you can produce more content. You can take those slides and you can take that over to like SlideShare. I think it's slideshare.net or slideshare.com. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But and you can publish it over there, and you can have that filled with your affiliate links to the product to promote. You can also have it filled with links back to your blog, right? That's SlideShare, and it's a subsidiary of LinkedIn. But yeah, slides are awesome, and yeah, you want the interview to have the slides, okay? If it's a video interview, you're gonna rip the audio. You're going to have the audio transcribed. You can do it yourself. You might be doing it yourself. And to this I say be a pro. Okay? Be a pro. Either get someone on Fiverr to do it for you or you do it yourself. All right? Transcribe the freaking interview. Just sit down and do it. Take an hour or two and just do it. Okay? And if you can't do it, then I guess you don't do it. But I can tell you right now, the content is helpful to have it in the written form. All right, it might cost you $10 on Fiverr to have a 30-minute interview transcribed. It might cost you $10 or $20. And you know what? If you're doing like 3 interviews a week, maybe that's not cost efficient when you're not making money yet. And I get that. And that's why I say, during this month, you're going to be working a lot. You're going to be putting a lot of work in. Try to get the interviews transcribed to the best of your ability. Or at least like a summary of the interview, some kind of written summary of that interview, some kind of written form of this interview that you can use for content because you're going to need it. But I recommend transcribing the interview, okay? If it's an audio interview, same thing, transcribe the interview, okay? Also, you're gonna make the audio a video, right? You're going to use, like I told you, you're going to use like a video editing software like Movavi. You're going to find a picture of the person you interviewed. You're going to take a picture of yourself. You're going to put the pictures right there, and you're going to turn that audio into a video so you can put that on YouTube, right? So you're multiplying your content, okay? with the takeaway video. You're going to do the takeaway video, and then you're going to write 300 to 500 words. That's the written takeaway. That is the written takeaway. All right? Pretty cool. Okay? And you might be looking at this stuff and thinking, dude, that seems like a lot of work. And that's fine. You know, you're right. There is some work involved. But I told you that I was going to take you from 0 to super affiliate in 30 days. That means 0 to making significant money in 30 days. And you know what? You're not going to be able to do that without putting in a little bit of work. Okay, that's all there is to it. You know? Now, the more money you have to throw at it, the less work you have to put into it. Okay? Because you could have the written interview you can have it transcribed. You can have things done for you if you pay for it. Okay? But if you don't have a lot of money to spend, okay, yeah, you're going to be putting in a little bit of work. You're going to be putting in a little bit of work. And to that I say, treat it like a pro, okay? Act like a pro, you know? This is your job, man. This is something that you need to take seriously and just do it. Just do it, you know? Accept the fact that, you know, there's work involved. Don't run from the work. Embrace the work. Every interview, you're going to multiply the content, okay? And the reason you do it is because of the way you're going to be spreading the content around to maximize it, right? And what this is going to do is it's going to pull the most people in to your audience and get the most people to click on your stuff, okay? So that's why we do it. And I want you to think about these interviews like assets, all right? It's not like you're not just doing the interview and then like you're writing this stuff and like then, you know, tomorrow you move on to the next one and then the next one and that one's over. Every single one that you put up is an asset for you. That's going to make you money. It's going to continue to generate you money. It's going to sit there and make you money. Okay? So that's how you really need to be in that mindset of I'm building something that's going to last for a while. Okay? So anyways, just keep that in mind. All right? Multiply everything. Step 7, deployment. It's very important right here. Okay, this is very important. Let's get into it. Okay, so now we were lining up those interviews and we recorded some interviews. And you know, we multiplied those interviews. We got different parts to it. You know, we got the video, we got the written, you know, we got the audio if we need it. And we got the slides and you know, we multiplied the interviews. Okay? Listen, here's what I say. Have a goal to deploy at least 3 interviews a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 3 interviews a week. Right? This is deploying them. That means putting them up on your website and wherever else you want to put them. Okay? So have a goal to deploy 3 interviews a week. Okay? Interview goes on your blog with the affiliate links to product. Okay? So that means if you got a video interview, the video is going to be a post on your blog, and then right underneath it is going to be the written form of the interview, right? Your affiliate links are going to be in there that go to the product. Your affiliate link is also going to be in the video that goes to the product. Okay? Pretty cool. All right? You're also going to have a takeaway video, you know, that's probably going to be on another post on your blog. And what you're going to do is you're going to link to that takeaway video right there on your blog. You're going to link to the takeaway video, right? The takeaway video is also going to have, it's going to be its own blog post. It's going to have 300 to 500 word, you know, summary of the takeaway below it. So now you have 2 blog posts for one interview, right? And they're linked together. Right? They're linked together. And what this is going to do, it's going to maximize organic search. Okay? You got 2 videos that are based on the same topic. You got 2 articles based on the same topic, and they link together. Okay? Pretty cool. Also, your takeaway video, your takeaway article is going to have an affiliate link to the product. All right? Pretty cool. So keep that in mind. Okay. Interview or takeaway video goes on YouTube, okay, with link to blog and affiliate link to product. Okay. So if the interview is a video interview, that video interview is going to go on YouTube, right? And on that video interview, you know, you're going to have a link back to your blog, and you're going to have a link to the affiliate promotion, right? It's going to go right to the affiliate, right to the product. So if that I hope that makes sense, right? Now this is where it's going to get a little bit, I don't want to say confusing, but I want you to just listen to me, okay? I want you to do now that written interview that you did, the transcription you did, the written version of the interview, okay, I want you to take part of it, maybe half of it, the first 5 questions, all right? I want you to cut and paste them in a simple text document, simple Word document, simple text document, cut and paste half of it, okay? And I want you to post it in all 5 of those groups that you're a part of, okay? Now, when you post this half an interview, I want you to write something underneath it. Or you can write it in the top of it if you want. You can even write it in the top. In the top is good. And then also at the bottom. I would say at the very top of the post, write, "Hey, what's up, you guys? I just interviewed blah, blah, blah for my blog. This guy's like an expert on list building. Check, here's the first 5 questions of the interview. Just thought they would help. Check it out." Right? And what you do by saying that is you're basically saying, hey, this whole interview lives on my blog, right? But you're doing it in a way that's not having any links or anything like that. It's the pure share. Now, if you want to know more about the pure share and the art of the pure share, check out Group Giants. If you haven't already gotten it, you might be here after purchasing Group Giants and you already know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, I'll put a link below this video and you can check out Group Giants. But for this training, just understand, put half the interview in that group, and at the beginning of it, just say, hey, I just interviewed such and such over here at my blog. Here's the first part of the interview. I thought it would help. Check it out. And then bam, you got half the interview right there, just in text form, no links, no nothing like that. It's not spamming. Then at the end of that, you might want to say again, if you like this interview, the whole thing's living over there at my blog, so check it out. And you don't even have to say the name of your blog right there. You don't even have to say the name of your blog right there. People will probably comment to you, "Where's your blog? What's the name of your blog?" or whatever. And then that gives you an opportunity to answer them, right? And you're not spamming at that point. So that's what you do with the 5 groups. These are big groups, over 1,000 members in them, and you're going to get a chance to put your content in there to push people back to your blog. Pretty cool. Okay. Now, you're going to link to the interview itself that's on your blog. You're going to put the URL to the actual blog post interview in your group, right? In the group that you created, you're going to put a URL back to your blog where the interview lives, and you're going to pin that. You're going to pin that post to the top. You see, because when you have your own group, you have the ability to, whenever you post something, you have the ability to pin it to the top. So that way, when anybody else posts something, it always goes underneath the top pinned post. So that means your post stays at the top. That means everybody that visits your group sees that post. Okay? And that is super powerful. All right? So you're going to post the URL back to the actual interview on your blog in your group, and you're going to pin it to the top. Okay? It's going to pull people to your blog. All right? You're going to link to interview on your blog, gets posted on your Facebook page as well. Okay? The link to the interview on your blog gets posted on your Facebook page as well. You're going to do the same thing on your Facebook page. The Facebook page for your blog, you're going to do the same thing that you did in your group. You're going to post the link to your blog there for the interview, and you're going to pin that to the top. Because with a Facebook fan page, you can pin posts to the top if it's your page. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing on your page that you did in your group. All right. Now the next thing, you're going to take the partial written interview, right? That got posted in all 5 groups. Okay, you're going to also you're going to put it. I put that wrong in there, but it's supposed to say the partial written interview gets posted on your actual profile. Okay, on your actual profile, okay, you're going to post the partial written interview. Okay, and it's going to say the same thing that you put in all those 5 groups. It's going to say, hey, I just interviewed such and such over at my blog. Here's part of the interview. I thought it was awesome. And then at the end of that, and you basically say, hey, I'm putting it here for your, for your knowledge. So check it out. And then at the end of that, say, man, if you like this, the whole thing is sitting right over there on my blog, absolutely free. And I don't put a link. If you want to put the blog, that's fine, but don't make it a link. It needs to be a pure share. There shouldn't be any links in that post. Okay. Then if people ask you for the blog, then you can link. Okay, now the thing about these pure shares, okay, more people will see them. Okay, first of all, in the groups, you won't be appearing to spam the groups. Okay, but on your own profile, when you post the Pure Share, more people will see it, right? Because it's not trying to link people out of Facebook, right? Facebook will put it in front of more people. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. So anyways, partial written interview goes on your Facebook profile. Partial written interview goes in all 5 of the groups you're a part of. And then a linked URL to your blog goes in your group and goes on your fan page. Okay, pretty cool. Now, as far as like the YouTube content, whatever you put on YouTube, whether it was your takeaway video or whether it was the actual video of the interview, whatever you put on YouTube, boom, you're going to put that in your group, you're going to put that on your fan page, and then you're going to post that to your profile as well. Keep in mind, when you post the YouTube content to your profile, not that many people are going to see it. I mean, some people will see it, but Facebook doesn't like show all your friends that linked content as much as they show people when you just post like written posts. Okay, I don't know why they're like that, but that's how they are. That's one of the ways they try to keep people on Facebook. Okay, but in your group and on your page, you'll get more traction with your YouTube content. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But that's the basics. That's the basic strategy for deployment. That's how things get dispersed around. The goal is to get people to click on your affiliate links. The goal is to get people back on your blog. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, step 8, engage list. After a deployment of each interview on blog, email your email list and let them know about it with a link to the interview on the blog. Okay, so basically every time you put a new interview on your blog, and you should be doing 3 a week, you want to email your list and let them know, hey, listen, man, I just got to put a new interview up. I was interviewing old Joe list building over there, and got a whole interview up on the blog. It's awesome. Check it out, right? When you're talking to your list, okay, I want you to focus on the so you can effect. And what do I mean by that? Oh, Zero Fats, what are you talking about, the so you can effect? Hold on a second. Let me get a drink here. With the so you can effect, what I'm saying is, hey, I just did an interview with such and such who is an awesome list builder, right? It's important that you know how to build a list so you can build this core audience to buy your stuff, right? Super, super important. So check out this interview. It's awesome. So remember the so you can effect when you're talking to your email list. And look, I mean, there's been entire courses written about email marketing, and how to talk to your list with email. Okay, and I have some training on that I recommend, and I'll put a link to it below here, below this training, if you want to know more about email marketing. Okay, but just a really simple way to talk to your list, just to get started, is always kind of remember the so you can effect. I mean, with this thing, right, what you're doing right now, you're trying to get your list to check out your interview, right? And you know, a lot of times your list might not know who it is you're interviewing. They might not know who that is. So if you say, hey, check out the interview I just did with Ken, Baloney or whatever, they're not going to care who Ken Baloney is. They don't know who that is. You need to let them know, hey, this is what Ken Baloney is an expert at. And, it's a really good interview, because if you can learn how to do this, then you can blah, 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 right? You're basically giving them features and benefits is what you're doing. But you need to show them the benefit. You need to connect the dots for them, right? Because if you connect the dots for them, and then you give them a link, a lot more of them will click on the link and go check out your interview, all right? And that's what you call a warm list. When you write an email to your list and a lot of people are taking action and clicking on your links, that's a warm list, right? And warm lists equal money. That's just the way it is. Warm lists equal money. So remember the so you can effect. Practice your email marketing. Like I said, I'll put a link to a training that I recommend for email marketing below. So anyways, P.S. PS is a great place for a direct affiliate link to product. Okay, if you're doing an interview and you know in the interview you're going to be promoting this product, like, okay, I just did an interview with Fred Thompson. Fred Thompson's releasing this killer list building course. All right, now the focus of the email that you send to your list is going to be like, hey, check out this interview I just did with Fred Thompson. He's an email list building expert, right? But the PS, hey, that's all I got, check out this interview, blah, 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 so you can learn how to do this. It's awesome. Check it out. Here's the link. Okay, that's all I got for this time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cam. PS. Fred Thompson just released a killer list building course, right, called blah, 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 blah. You can snag that here. Boom. And that's your affiliate link, right? And the PS is a great place to put an affiliate link, just as an afterthought, because some people will check it out. Some people might not check out your interview. They might just check out the product. They might just check out the product, right? Give them the option there. So it's a great place to do it. You don't have to do it. I would definitely experiment with it. Some of those people will click on that and buy it. And at the same time, sometimes when you give two people more than one option, they don't do anything. So that's why I say experiment with it. It's a great place for a direct affiliate link to product, but sometimes when you give people too many choices, they don't do anything. So keep it in mind. Test it. Okay? Okay, so in summary, little hypothetical here. Joe creates interview-based blog, right? Our hypothetical guy, Joe, he creates an interview-based blog. Joe interviews Fred, who's releasing a product. Joe affiliates with that product. Joe puts interview on his blog. Joe puts parts of interview content in social media places to maximize content and filter traffic back to his blog, where he has affiliate links and he makes commission, right? Joe piggybacks on Fred's authority and celebrity because he interviewed Fred, right? And Fred is kind of an authority in the space, and he's kind of a celebrity. People know who he is. Nobody knows who Joe is. So he piggybacks on Fred's authority and celebrity, right, to build himself up in the space. And Joe makes money with affiliate marketing and rises in celebrity and presence very quickly in the space. Joe builds an email list, and Joe becomes a verifiable super affiliate in a very quick amount of time, just by piggybacking on other people's authority and celebrity through the interview process. Right? Summary. Okay, that ends this training, you guys. I want to say thank you for checking it out. You can find me on adventuresontheriver.com. You can find me at lifeandtimes0fats.adventuresontheriver.com. That's my blog. Check it out. It's not just interviews, It's a blog that I started a while ago, and I'm still figuring things out. What I've given you guys is a quick, down and dirty, super fast path to the money. All right? You can find me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/0fatsreturns. I try to answer all the comments I get, man. I try to answer all the questions I get. You can find me on Facebook, right? Connect with me on Facebook, facebook.com/0fatsreturns. You can find my Facebook group, the infamous Web Riders, facebook.com/groups/Web Riders. Join my Facebook group, man. I give free training to my Facebook group. Every week I give them a new newsletter. All right, pretty cool. Also, the thing I forgot to put on here is my email address, man. You should be able to find that pretty easy. It's down there at the bottom of this page. It says contact. But just for your information, it's Cam Jennings Pro. That's KAMJENNINGS Pro, Pro, at gmail.com. Right? So I think that's enough. That's enough torturous contact information, man. I just wanted to say thank you again, you guys, for picking up this training. I hope it helps. I know we covered a lot. I know that some of the things I talk about, you're not going to know how to do, and you're going to have to figure out how to do them. And I get that. Understand something. You can figure out how to do them. It's only a YouTube video away or a blog post away. You can figure out how to do the things I'm talking about. Okay? I've given you the basic outline for success right here. Okay? It's up to you to take advantage of it and to move forward. get on the path, and roll. That's all I got, guys. I hope this has been helpful to you all. Hit me up. Let me know how you're doing. All right. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody.